Hi everybody, I'm Paul.
And I'm Jessica. Welcome to our new home in this special house tour.
We're celebrating the purchase of a new house we just love. Now there are many features that make this house unique, but there's one thing that makes it truly stand out from the rest.
That's right, electrical devices and home systems from the Legrand family of brands. They really make our home stand out next to the many others we looked at.
We actually call it our Legrand home, but it's really just a collection of smart ideas by the companies that make up Legrand. Come on.
We're going to point out these new conveniences and how they add value as we move to the central gathering spot of any house, the kitchen.
Ever consider how much time we all spend in the kitchen? Might as well make it as efficient as possible, right, Jess?
Right, Paul. The first thing we want to point out is a feature that's part of a whole house system. Kind of keeps everything connected.
Jessica's talking about one of my favorite things, our on-cue intercom system, which reaches rooms all over the house.
With it, I can monitor our young kids while I'm busy in the kitchen and they're elsewhere being busy. A scary word for young kids. Hey, Paul, it looks like that package you were looking for is here.
Being a bit of a techno geek, I really like the on-cue camera system because I can check the LCD flat panel to see who's arrived at the front door. I'll get it, Jess. Thanks.
The fact is, we can monitor up to 4 different areas through any TV, closed-circuit LCD, or from anywhere over the internet. Now, Paul would talk about our on-cue system all day, so I'd better move on to the next distinct feature here in the kitchen, our Pass and Seymour series.
Ah yes, we even have decorator devices.
Let's look behind the counter here. Before we moved in, we had fun picking out stainless steel appliances and granite countertops, but what's really cool is selecting electrical devices to match the look of our kitchen. With the P&S series, we matched the black and stainless. I can't wait to redecorate some of the other rooms. After we paint, I can match the look with a wide range of colors, even shapes.
We just moved in, she's already talking about redecorating. Yikes.
Yes, Paul. And speaking of redecorating, there's one more thing here on the kitchen counter I'd like to point out. Our unique pop-up device that stays out of sight until it's needed.
This decorative pop-up device stays hidden below the countertop when it's not being used. When it's time for the popcorn maker, we just pop up the outlets and voila, we've got the power to pop. Our builder uses these pop-ups on kitchen islands, and they even come with phone or internet connections. That's right, we've had friends over who look right past these expensive finishes and say, wow, great outlets!
Yes, plug mold outlet strips add convenience by making lots of power available where it's needed.
Oh, these days we have a jungle of cables, everything from CD players to laptops, chargers, and phones. Well, multiple outlets are a must in today's home, of course, and we were really impressed that our builder made them available to us.
While we move to another room on our tour, let's check out a distinctive way to get a great look on every wall. See how sleek our new screwless wall plates are?
That's right, we had them installed throughout the house because of their clean look.
Here we are in the living room. In this room, we really wanted to take advantage of the open space. Paul has wireless access, but insisted he still needed to have access to power for his laptop. In the living room.
That's right. And with this floor box out in the open, I can power up without even moving my chair.
And when it's not in use, the look blends right in, making it pretty unobtrusive. Sort of a win-win for both of us, eh, Paul? Now let's move on to the dining room.
And I'll set just the right mood. I've got the power right here in the palm of my hand. With a push of a button on my LightSense RF device, I can actually change the complete lighting scene for the entire room. Ah, there we go.
He always gets so melodramatic about this, but I will admit, the effects are, well, pretty dramatic. With the scene director, we can go from bon appetit to happy birthday before you can say, pass the ice cream.
How come she always looks at me when she says that? With these devices, we can also control small appliances and the ceiling fan.
In addition to lighting in the dining room, we can set the right mood with clear, realistic sound. I get all that from our Evoke speakers, designed for whole house audio and even home theater applications.
Hold up, Jess. We'll get to my home theater project in just a minute. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves here.
Oh, right, Paul. Back to these speakers. I wasn't as particular about sound until I heard these speakers and experienced how they integrate with the on-cue audio system.
Oh, this is really cool. We can use this system to listen to different music in different rooms of the house, all controlled by the same universal remote.
All right, old kid on the block. Let's not scare our guests away. And here's a feature I really like. This system even includes a built-in audio interrupt for seamless integration with the Inquire intercom system you saw back in the kitchen.
That way, when Jessica's up in the bedroom listening to her headbanger music, I can interrupt on the intercom to let her know I've finished making dinner.
As if. But speaking of banging heads, before this house, we were frustrated trying to get an extra level of safety and security for our young children. So onto one of their rooms.
We'll make a brief stop in the foyer on the way. These new combination hallway nightlight outlets are a great idea. They provide continuous safety lighting after dusk, and they turn off after dawn, and they do it automatically via a built-in sensor. The LED makes it stay cool to the touch, too.
We even have GFCI nightlights in the children's bathroom. But check out this special switch. In our old house, the kids were always leaving the lights on, but not so in our Legrand home. This vacancy sensor turns the lights out after they leave the room, so it's a real energy saver.
Yeah, even sometimes Jessica is a switch forgetter. But you know me, as a dad, I'd rather bump around in the dark than pay a penny extra for electricity. The sensors are a hit with me. Now, while the bedrooms are equipped to save energy, electrical safety is also top on our list. Small children and toddlers sometimes get hurt inserting objects into electrical outlets. But we protect our kids with these tamper-resistant receptacles. See how I can't put my key into the outlet? The special shutter design lets me easily insert a plug, though. And, of course, before we know it, the kids will want to connect to the internet, so these Cat5 ports will provide online access for that.
Here in our bedroom, I really like how the builder leveraged the convenience of our intercom system by giving us an Inquire desktop intercom. Man, is this handy. I can lay here on the bed and place my order to Paul in the kitchen.
She always orders the same thing, 2 eggs, overdone.
That's about it for the second floor. Now let's go down to the lower level of our home. Sort of the nerve center, if you will, in a lot of ways.
So, here's where the kids hang out. The whole house audio system even features a local source input, so they can plug in their iPods right here, and they can hear their favorite music right in this room.
That's right. Only in this room. It's great to be able to keep their music, if you call it that, confined to this room. It's a great feature of the OnCue system. Last but not least, Paul wanted to show you the real nerve center of our home, right, Paul?
Yes, right this way. It's the OnCue Home Network Connection Center, where all the cables are routed that control security, audio, intercom, everything. It's all modular, so our home systems dealer can easily add or upgrade connections as technology changes.
Speaking of upgrades, how about showing us your next project, Paul?
Ah, yes, the piece de resistance. Let me paint the picture for you, if I may. This will be our future home theater experience, with widescreen here, automated window blinds, and we'll use these new angled speakers. Our OnCue dealer recommended these instead of in-wall units. They actually hang from the ceiling, so our outside walls stay well insulated, and they're adjustable so I can get just the right sound.
You know, we've discovered a new friend in our OnCue dealer. He will do all the wiring for the home theater, and all Paul has to do is add our own home theater components. And energy saving yet again, so we're doing our part with this house.
So Jess, looks like it's just about a wrap. Well, let's have our guests join us on the deck to celebrate our Legrand home, shall we? Ah, there we go. Cider on the deck in front of a fire, a little outside music. Again, thanks to our home system. So, as you've seen, throughout the house, we didn't get the same old electrical features that everyone else gets. And we added lots more functionality and convenience with our home system. I know we paid a little extra for the features, but for my money, they were well worth it.
I agree. Not only do we benefit from these upgrades, but our Legrand home will have a higher resale value.
Thanks for joining us today to help us celebrate our new Legrand home, making life better with the Legrand family of fine brands.